Good day students. Today we are going to discuss about shuttleless looms. Rapier loom, projectile loom, air jet loom, water jet loom, these are the mostly used shuttleless looms. So what is shuttleless loom? What is the difference between shuttle loom and shuttleless loom? Shuttle loom is a mechanism which carries a webtoon with the help of instrument or so shuttle loom is a mechanism which carry the webtoon with the help of shuttle. In shuttleless loom, instead of shuttle, we are using rapier or projectile or air jet or water as a medium for carrying the webtoon. This is the main difference between shuttle and shuttleless loom. So, and also the weight of the shuttle is around 450 to 500 grams, but in case of shuttleless loom, the weight is reduced up to 60 grams in projectile like looms. So, the weight of the webbed carrying mechanism is reduced in shuttleless loom. The power required. So, the weight of the projectile is 60 grams. So, when compared to 450 gram of shuttle, 60 gram of projectile requires less power for transfer the webbed package, webbed inside the shed. And also the shed opening. The 450 gram shuttle area requires more space for carrying the webtoon when compared to 60 grams projectile. The noise for 450 gram of shuttles require more power, and also the arresting of the power requires or creates more noise in shuttle looms. Around more than 90 decibel noise is produced in shuttle looms, which is reduced in shuttleless looms. And also in shuttle loom, the webbed preparation pern winding machine is required. But in shuttleless loom, we can use cone as a feed material directly. And also the webbed preparation time and the changing of webtoon is reduced in shuttleless looms. And damaging of warp sheet. When passing the shuttle through the warp sheet, it may damage or it may abrade the warp sheets. It is not possible in case of projectile or other shuttleless looms. And the time required, the insertion of pick requires very less time in shuttleless loom when compared to shuttle looms. And high speed is possible because we reduce the picking time, so the dwell time is reduced for running shuttleless loom at high speed is possible. And also in shuttle looms, for inserting multicolor webtoon, we need a special loom is called drawbox loom is required. But in case of shuttleless loom, the individual cones are different color cones are used to produce multicolor webtoon pattern. So these are all the advantages or difference between shuttle and shuttleless loom. So now we are going to discuss about the rapier loom. So in the rapier loom, this is a rapier which carries the webtoon inside the shed. Normally, in practically two rapiers are used. This is the first rapier. This is second rapier. So this rapier carry the webtoon up to the half of the shed. The second rapier come over here and take the webtoon for the remaining portion. So by this way, we can reduce the time for inserting the pick. So in classification of rapier, types of rapier: rigid rapier, flexible rapier, or telescopic rapier. Based upon the number of rapier, we can divide or classify the rapiers into single rapier or double rapier. The method of webbed insertion, there are two methods of webbed insertion: Kerbler and Dewar system. So these are all the classification of rapiers. So this diagram explains the single rapier webbed transfer method. So this is a rigid rapier which is placed on one side. The yarn, the webtoon is placed on another side. So in between the shed is opened. That's a weaving machine which open the shed, the warp sheets. So the first diagram explains the rigid rapier is ready for getting the webbed yarn from other side. In the other side, the webbed accumulator is ready to give the webbed yarn. In the second diagram, the rapier gets the webbed yarn from the webbed accumulator and it is ready for inserting the pick. In the third diagram, the rapier comes to its original position and it insert the webbed yarn inside the set. This is the third diagram. This is the inserted webbed. So in the first diagram, it is ready for picking. The second diagram, it gets the webbed yarn from the package. Third diagram, it insert the web inside the shed. So this is the process sequence or web transfer mechanism of by using single rapier. So what are the main disadvantage of single rapier? The forward and backward motion is carried out by a single rapier. The single rapier has to go to up to webbed package. Again, it comes to original position. Both the action done by only one rapier, so it requires more time when compared to double rapier. This is the main disadvantage of single rapier looms. Double rapier weaving mechanism. Two rapiers are used in this machine. When compared to single rapier, it has more disadvantage and it requires more time. So in order to avoid that, we are going for double rapier. In the double rapier, the one rapier is called giver rapier, another one is called taker. So the giver rapier gives the webbed yarn, the taker rapier takes the webbed yarn from the giver. Taker withdraws and brings the filling yarn to the other side. Similar to single rapier machine, only half of the rapier movements is used for filling insertion. So double rapier mechanism, the Dehava system. This diagram explains the Dehava system of webbed insertion mechanism. Here the double rapier, it's a giver rapier. This is a taker rapier. The webbed yarn present here. This is a shed. So the first diagram, there are three diagrams. The first diagram explains the giver and taker rapiers are ready for exchanging the yarn. So the webbed yarn is carried forward with the giver. In the second diagram, the giver moves half of the distance and also the taker moves half of the direction. Both are joined here. So and also the webbed is transferred from giver to taker. The taker receives the webbed yarn here. So the webbed yarn is carried forward by the taker. Then again third diagram, it comes to its original position after inserting the webbed yarn. So in the first diagram, both the rapiers are ready for getting the webbed yarn. The second diagram, the giver gives the webbed yarn to the taker. The third diagram, the giver and taker comes to its original position after inserting the webbed yarn. This is the Dehava system of rapier mechanism. Next one is Kerbler system. Here the same like Dehava system, the giver and taker, there are two rapiers. Here the webbed yarn is present here. The giver extends the yarn in the form of U shape. So this is the U shape. So the giver takes the yarn like this and the taker gets the yarn and extend the loop. So this loop is extended like this while inserting the webbed yarn. This is the main difference between the Dehava system and the Kerbler system. The yarn is then transferred to the taker, which extends the yarn to the other side of the weaving machine by straightening. So this loop is straightened by the taker. So the webbed is inserted here. Since both rapier extend to the outside of the machine, the space requirement of the double rigid rapier is high. So it requires more space when compared to Dehava system. In the first diagram, the giver rapier and taker rapier both are ready to take the webbed yarn. In the second diagram, the loop form of the U-shaped webbed yarn is carried forward by the giver and also the taker receive the U-shaped yarn. Third diagram, both are come to its original position. At the same time, the taker removes the U-shaped yarn into straightening position and place it in the shed. So the webbed insertion takes place. The fourth diagram, again the next cycle is started. So when compared to Deva system, the U-shaped form of yarn is transferred. Loop form of yarn is transferred in Kerbler system. This is the main difference between Devas and a Kerbler system. So these are all the rapier machines used in weaving section. Next one is a projectile loom. So this is a projectile which carry the webbed yarn. This is picking mechanism. This is the yarn package. This is shed. This is arrest. Projectile arrested. So the weight of the projectile is around 20 to 60 gram in mass. When compared to shuttle, the weight is reduced 10 times. When compared to shuttle weight is around 450 grams. Here around 20 to 60 grams. The main advantages of projectile loom. This diagram explains the webbed insertion sequence of a projectile loom. How the webbed yarn is inserted in the projectile loom. So this is a webbed yarn package. This is a tensioning device. This is projectile. 2 is a projectile feeder. 3 is a webbed tensioning lever. 4 is a brake. 5 is a webbed and a gripper. 6 is a webbed cutter. So the first projectile, this is a projectile which carry the webbed yarn inside the shed. This is the main object of projectile. 2. Projectile feeder which feed the webbed yarn. The required length of webbed yarn is feed by the projectile feeder. Webbed tensioning lever 3 is a webbed tensioning lever. The tension of the webbed yarn is required. Without tension, it is not possible to insert the webbed yarn inside the shed. So the tensioned webbed yarn, some tension is required for inserting the webbed yarn. 4 is a brake. So the required, after getting the required length of yarn for inserting the inside the shed, the brake or webbed brake stop the feeding. 5 is a webbed end cutter. So it which cut the both the ends of the inserted pick. So these are all the main parts used in projectile weaving machine. So in the first diagram which explains the projectile loom is the picking position. So all the elements are ready for picking. Webbed feeder feed the yarn to the projectile. The webbed feeder which feed the yarn to projectile. So the projectile is ready. In the first diagram, the projectile is ready for feeding the webbed yarn inside the shed. So all the picking mechanism, projectile, webbed brake or tension device all are ready for start the new cycle. In this second diagram, webbed feeder open up after projectile has grip webbed end, press into it, webbed band and webbed brake is closed. Here the webbed yarn is transferred to projectile end. The webbed brake is opened here. The picking mechanism is ready for giving the force. The tensioning device is giving tension to the webbed yarn. So now the projectile is ready for picking. In the third diagram, projectile is picked across shed, webbed band is open, tension release the yarn, Webbed from webbed accumulator is unwound so as to give webbed yarn for peak. The projectile is break on receiving side. In the third diagram, this projectile is going to next stage, which is stopped by the brake. So the brake is open and the accumulator unwind the webbed yarn to the entire length of the shade. The webbed yarn is present here. The pressure, the picking force is given by the picking stick, torsion bar picking mechanism. So the webbed yarn is inserted in the third diagram. In the fourth diagram, the projectile which is brake as core to the halt is brake is releases. The projectile is pushed backward on the picking inside. Webbed accumulator start the accumulator accumulating the webbed supply for a next pick. Webbed band is closed. Tension lever take out any slackness in the webbed yarn. The webbed feeder moves forward for giving the webbed near to the selvage. In the fourth diagram, after inserting the webbed, the projectile is coming to its original position. The webbed accumulator and the tension device is preparing the next pick. In the fifth diagram, webbed feeder grip the yarn and a gripper grip the webbed on both the end of the cloth. So the webbed feeder grip the both the end. So the tensioned webbed yarn is ready for cutting. In the sixth diagram, receiving the side webbed yarn released by a projectile, the projectile is knocked off on the chain of the conveyor's belt. The webbed cutter cut the webbed yarn on both sides. Now webbed feeder is moves backward. Now the cutting of webbed yarn takes place. The both the side, the cutting for forming the selvage, the webbed yarn is cut on the both sides. In the seventh diagram, the reed has to come forward for beat up. Tuck in needle, tuck the hanging webbed ends into the next shade. The tension lever has taken up the remaining webbed. When the webbed feeder is returned, the next projectile now is on picking position. So after cutting the webbed yarn on both sides, the beat up is taking place. There are three steps of fabric formation. First one is shedding, picking, third one is beat up. Shedding is nothing but opening the warp yarns into two layers. The picking, inserting the pick inside the shedding. Beat up, the inserted pick is by giving force, the inserted pick on is settled in the fell of the cloth. These are the three primary motions. So these motions are takes place in projectile weaving machine. So the first diagram, the projectile is ready for picking. The second diagram, which carry the webbed yarn from the webbed accumulator. The third diagram, the picking stick or picking force is given to projectile, so it transfer the webbed yarn from one side to another side. In the fourth diagram, the projectile is stopped by the brake. The tension is released. The fifth diagram, the webbed gripper grip the both the end of the yarn. The sixth diagram, both the end is cut by the cutter. Seventh diagram, again it comes to original position for next cycling. In this way, the projectile loom is running, and also the webbed insertion sequences are takes places. So, and compared to shuttle loom, the projectile loom requires less time and it runs at more speed. This is the main advantage of projectile loom. In this class, we discussed about shuttleless loom. There are four main classification of shuttleless loom. First one is rapier, projectile, water jet, and air jet looms. In rapier looms, there are rigid rapier and flexible rapier. And There are two methods of webbed insertion. First one is Deva system and a Kerbler system. The first system carry the Webtian, second system carry the Loopian. That's the main difference. And in case of projectile loom, the projectile is a very less weight element which carry the Webtian, and it's run very fast when compared to shuttle loom, which gives him more production. Thank you.